Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to cut through all the noise surrounding Tesla's full self-driving. We're moving past the headlines to figure out where this technology actually stands right here, right now. So let's just get right to it. For years, we've been hearing the promises. But is FSD still just some futuristic dream? Or is it actually becoming a global reality with real, provable performance? First up, let's zoom out and look at the big picture. FSD isn't just some project for American highways anymore. This thing is seriously expanding its footprint all over the world. And a huge signal of this expansion is coming out of the Middle East. After some high-level meetings, Elon Musk has accepted an invitation to Israel's Smart Transportation Conference. Now, that's a pretty strong hint that a launch could be right around the corner in a country that is, and this is interesting, also home to one of their biggest competitors, Mobileye. So, here's a quick look at where everything stands. You've got a growing list of countries where FSD is already approved for supervised use, places like the US, Canada, parts of China. But then you see this whole other list, especially the European Union, where things are still tangled up in some pretty complex regulatory hurdles. And that delay in Europe, well, it's got some analysts talking. The concern, as you can see from this quote, is that maybe, just maybe, this whole bureaucratic process is being slow-walked on purpose, partly to give their own legacy car companies a chance to catch up. Okay, so it's expanding all over the place. That brings up the next big question. How good is it really? How does FSD actually perform against the competition, especially against those highly touted Chinese automakers? You see a lot of headlines claiming other companies have already solved autonomy, but the data, it tells a very different story. Tesla's approach is just fundamentally different, right? It's all vision, using a massive global fleet to gather real-world data. Competitors often rely on expensive LiDAR and have much smaller or more regional datasets to learn from. And that difference in approach, it really seems to be paying off. In a recent huge test in China, approved by the Chinese government, mind you, involving 36 different companies, Tesla's FSD came in ranked #1. And this just leaves it all out. I mean, look at that performance gap. Tesla passed 5 out of 6 of these complex tests. And get this, they were using an older software version. Most of the competition struggled to even pass 3 scenarios, and a whole bunch of them completely failed. In a market as competitive as China, that sends a massive signal. And it's not just about test scores. It's about what happens on the real road. In this video, a highly regarded system from Huawei completely fails to see a stroller crossing the street. The driver has to literally slam on the brakes to prevent what could have been a tragedy. It's a pretty stark reminder of what's at stake. And all of this really gets to the core philosophy behind FSD's development. It's not just about building a car that can survive a crash. It's about using technology to avoid the crash in the first place. Just like a Tesla exec said, the whole focus is on active safety. By using all 8 cameras to see in every direction at once, the system is designed to spot and react to dangers that you or I, as human drivers, might totally miss. And the data seems to be proving this out. According to Tesla's own safety reports, cars using supervised FSD are already involved in crashes at a rate that is 7 times lower than the average human driver. 7 times. That's a staggering figure. And we're seeing this backed up by a flood of stories from actual users. This driver credits FSD with saving his family from a catastrophic accident at 70 miles per hour. In another case, a car just stopped on its own to avoid getting T-boned by someone who ran a red light. These are the kinds of accidents that are so powerful because they never actually happened. But look, active safety can't stop every single incident. So what happens when a crash is absolutely unavoidable? Well, a really dramatic event in China gives us a startling look at the car's structural safety. A Tesla Model Y plunged off an 800-meter cliff? Can you imagine? The car just tumbled down the side of a mountain, getting completely mangled along the way. And yet, here's the absolutely incredible part. The passenger cabin stayed intact, the battery pack didn't catch fire, and the driver walked away with only minor injuries. I mean, that is a powerful, real-world testament to the vehicle's underlying design. Okay, so beyond safety, recent software updates have delivered a massive leap forward in the actual driving performance and just the general comfort of the system. People testing the very latest versions are saying that a lot of those old, annoying quirks have finally been fixed. The car doesn't hesitate anymore when it changes lanes, it gets over for highway exits way earlier, and its speed control is just much more human-like. It all adds up to a way more comfortable and confident ride. And this improved performance is being put through the ultimate test. One user, a guy named David Moss, has been on an epic cross-country road trip, logging over 10,000 miles. And the result? Just wow. Over 10,000 miles, driving through 20 different cities, from superchargers to hotels and back again. He has not had to intervene or touch the steering wheel a single time. That's a landmark achievement that really shows how capable this new software has become. So, with this kind of rapid progress in both safety and performance, the conversation is really starting to shift. It's moving away from if full autonomy is possible to when it's going to be a reality for all of us. Now, of course, timelines can always change, but some industry analysts believe we are on the verge of some huge milestones. The projection is that the supervisor requirement, the need for a human to be paying attention, could be removed as early as the first quarter of 2025, and that would pave the way for a full-blown robo-taxi service by the end of that same year. And this all leaves us with one final big thought. We are getting incredibly close to a world where the AI driver is provably safer and more capable than a human driver. So the question isn't just about the tech anymore. It's about what happens next. What does a world like that mean for our cities, for our time, and for our lives?